Hi. Hello. How is everyone this evening? Ooh, snake eater ad. That's fun. Hi, John. Hello. Wait, what? Oops. I hit the wrong button. So, yeah, I don't know what happened, but YouTube was like, we're not getting data, so we're gonna automatically end the stream. And I was like, what? And then it just ended the stream. So I had to go remake it. I guess it's because I have enable auto stop turned on. But oh well. Sam was made for Star Killer role. Oh my, Death Star with a black. Wait, you can have a black lightsaber? I didn't know you could have a black lightsaber in Star Wars. So, doing something a little different today, as you guys can see. Not quite the usual Plamo stream, but I bought some fun little knickknacks and souvenirs on my trip, and I thought that'd be fun to build. So the Eevee was actually, this was, so I didn't actually, well, I guess technically I bought it, but I kind of didn't. How do I explain the Eevee? So there is a thing at a lot of anime shops, and I believe it's from Japan, but they're called Ichiban Kujis, and what they are is like they're little lotteries, and you pull a ticket and it tells you what prize you got. So usually the big prize is usually something really neat. Like I did a Spy X Family one, and the big prize was a little a pretty reasonably sized figure of Anya and what's the dog's name? Borf? Hi, my Vinda, good to see you. But the store we were at, some of the prizes got confiscated by customs when they were bringing in the prizes. So for a certain set of prizes, they were basically offering Pokemon kits as a replacement for the confiscated prizes. So I pulled one of those and I got to pick out the Eevee. And then this is a remint. And it's basically like a little blind box that you can build. Let me get zoomed in here. So this one was really fun because I liked all of the options that were available. Mimikyu is one of my favorite Pokemon, but this one is cute. Like all these were cute, so like I had nothing to lose buying this, and we got the little Litwick one. But these are fun because if you collect the set, as you can see here, they all go together. But they're also just cute in general. And the last thing I got, oh, he has a Charizard Dragonite Pikachu. Aww, that's cute. And then these are Studio Ghibli paper theaters, which is something different, but I thought it would be fun to try. So Howl's Moving Castle and Kiki's Delivery Service are two of my favorite Studio Ghibli movies. And I thought these are very cute, and I thought they'd be fun to build. But yeah. Yeah, we probably won't do the remint. I don't know if we'll get to the remint on stream today, but I do want to start with the Eevee and then do the paper theater stuff. So the nice thing about these quick model kits is that they're kind of like the entry grade line where technically you don't need tools to build it. And they're meant to just be, oh my god, wait, hold up. What? What? Wait. Oh my god. The instructions are just printed on top of the box. Oh my god. How to assemble. Look at the instructions, find the number, snap and fit. Wow. Okay. And there are stickers. Do I have, wait, I do have tweezers. Atta. Yeah, like it's definitely not what I expected them to do for the instructions. That's fascinating. All right. interesting. Okay. Cloud Force, hello. How are you? So we just opened up the Eevee kit, and the instructions are printed on the top of the box, which I've never seen before. So that's fun. All right, let me get this open. Yeah, trip was good. Nothing caught fire. They do that with the Haro kit? Really? Because the last time I built one of the Haro kits, it came with a normal instruction booklet. That's so interesting. Oh, so they want you to start with the head. Okay. We want A211. All right. Oh, this is cute. I don't know if you guys can see this, but on the back of each number, it's a little Eevee head. Oh, can you see that even? I'm trying to see. Can I get that to show? It's kind of hard to see on the camera, but there's like a little Eevee head shape on the numbers. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, yeah. They really made the connection points. Can you see that? Can you see how narrow that gate is? Wow, so that's how they made it. Okay, so let's see how easy it snaps actually. Oh, okay. All right, it's a little tougher than I thought, but also, where's my file? Did I not grab my file? I thought I grabbed my file. Hang on, I didn't grab my file. Hello, Pen. Good to see you. I apparently didn't grab my file, so I'll be right back. How did I not grab this from my toolkit? Your nephew keeps asking you. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like it was just gonna pop right off, but it's got a bit of a. It's a little not quite. It doesn't just like pop off, which is good for like, you know, it doesn't just fall off in the packaging during shipment or something. Let's zoom in a smidge more then. There we go. All right. So let's just clean this up a bit then. Getting the parts off is always, yeah. I have my nippers and everything just to be ready, because even if stuff says that, like, you don't need tools and it can just be snapped off, I'm always like, but the stress marks, though. I like to avoid those, actually. I'm actually surprised this came with stickers, but I guess that makes sense. So next we need A210 and A212. So let's see. 10 should be here. Fine, we have tools. 210, and here's 12. Canadian Figures has that worry to the max because the figures are so small. Yeah, I can see that. Alright, so we got that. Now let's go ahead and trim these. Oh, this is going to be the face. Okay. That looks a little creepy. It's going to be Sunday in the night next week. And aww, he brings his kids with him to build with you? That's precious. That's really precious, actually. So damn cute. That kind of makes me wish I had a niece or nephew now. Build little kids with them. we don't need to clean this one up too much because the gates were put where they're not gonna show, which is good. Doesn't want to do it by himself yet, and last time he tried it, he tried with his mom, she just got confused. Aww. Man, you gotta treasure those moments while he still wants to build with you. Because eventually he's gonna be like, I don't need your help anymore, Uncle John. And then it's gonna be like, oh, he's growing up and becoming a big boy who can build kits all by himself. It's like, what is that people say? Like, there's a point where your parents, like, put you down for the last time. Or something like that. When you're, like, an infant or something. It's always a little somber to think about. Okay. So. This is just gonna come in here like that. Oh, there's little notches here to line it up. Okay. Son of John, I can build my own kits, Dad. Yeah. It's absolutely devastating when you get to that point. I don't need to build kits with you anymore, Dad. Jeez, that's so cringe. Call it freedom from lower back pain. Okay. Oh. A point when you get to say goodnight to your parents for the last time. Yeah. There's a lot of... The crazy thing about life in general is that there's actually so many last times that you encounter in life that there's just no way of knowing that they're that last time. You know what I mean? Life is filled with first times and last times, but we never know which is which. Well, no, you know when something's a first time, but you never know when something's a last time. You know what I mean? Oh, that wasn't even attached to there. Okay. And then we need 1 and 2. Okay. There we go. This one is 1, which goes on the left, and then 2 is... It's the thing of like, when are you too old to go... When are you too old to go trick-or-treating? Okay. So I think that really depends, right? I feel like you have... It depends on where you are. Like, if you're in a neighborhood with a lot of kids... As an adult, you probably should not go trick-or-treating if most of the people out trick-or-treating are like young kids. If you're like on a college campus, for example, everyone's gonna like be your age, right? I just feel like it really depends. Like if I was, in other examples, like if I lived near a senior living center, I wouldn't be surprised if they brought people trick-or-treating and I would welcome it, right? So technically, I don't think there's ever a point where you're too old to go trick-or-treating, but I do think it's more of a matter of, is it appropriate for someone your age to be trick-or-treating where you are? Yeah, so to me, it really depends on like the location and circumstances. You bought the MGs and PGUs. Dude, I need to... With all the tariff shenanigans going on, I'm starting to think I might need to just lock in and pre-order the PGU new Gundam. Because USA Gundam Store is like, apparently they have a price right now. And their thing is that even if the price goes up, if you paid the initial pre-order price, they're not going to raise the price on you. So I might need to just lock that in. Before shenanigans cause the price to go up even higher. But the other concerning thing too is like, now I don't know if they'll even be able to get the PGU, because I think there's over 30 countries now that have temporarily stopped shipments to the US, which is a lot. Yeah, it can only get worse. Because, well, the other thing too is that a number of countries stopped shipments. So for those who may be outside the US, because we do have some folks who are outside the US, tariffs are supposed to go into effect at the end of the month, but because everything's so confusing and nothing has been staying consistent and changing at various whims, a number of countries have elected to suspend shipments to the US while they try to figure out just what the heck is going on. Which in my opinion, completely justified. So we have no idea if tariffs are actually going into effect. Are things going to change? We have no idea. How is this going to affect prices? People are trying to figure it out. And it's a pretty sizable list of countries too. Oh, okay, now it wants us to do stickers. So, little eye shine stickers. Okay. So, it's almost like giving power to a man who changes his mind every 5 seconds was a bad idea. Just download everything easy. Yeah. I mean, well, the problem isn't that we're about to enter prohibition of model kits and other goods. We're gonna have speakeasies and secret dogs for our stuff. Dude. So the problem isn't giving power to the man. The problem is more in this particular case that the man wants more power than he has and is assuming he has more power than he has. So tariffs are not something that the executive branch is able to unilaterally decide for itself. Legally speaking, based on stuff like the Constitution and other previous laws, tariffs are the purview of Congress. Like that sort of stuff has to be done at the discretion of Congress. Now they have cited something to say that no, we're using this obscure law and saying it's this kind of situation to allow the president to do so. But it's being discussed in court, figured out in court, and the current ruling, it looks like, is that some courts are determining that yes, these are not legal. There was no these were not made legally, so we don't know how that's going to play out in terms of how they're enforced. Who knows? There's a lot of stuff that the courts have been saying, hey buddy, actually no, that's not how that law works, and they're just kind of like, we're going to ignore you, which is not how it's supposed to happen. And they're just kind of like, well, we're the executive branch, we can do what we want. It's like, no, if you pay attention to the Constitution, there's this incredible thing called checks and balances specifically put in place to not let you just do whatever you want, which made a recent quote of, I'm the president, I can do what I want, absolutely fascinating to hear. Because, no, actually, you can't just do whatever you want. The office of president was very much set up specifically to not let you do that. Your president, things would be very different. Yeah. Wait, did I ever tell you guys? Okay. Story time. So, I think I mentioned before to you guys that I'm basically doing like export control type stuff. I can't remember if I told you guys this or not. I feel like I must have, because it was a while ago and there's no way I wouldn't tell you guys about it. But also, I don't remember telling you guys about it. But point is, as part of my job, I went on a hangar tour to look at some aircraft. Okay, I did mention this. Gotcha. Perfect. Good, good, good. All right. Awesome. Then we don't need to worry about repeating myself. Beautiful. All right. So A1 and A3 come together like this. Okay. And now we need A2, 16, and 15. Alrighty. Oh, little leggies! You're doing the leggies now. That's fun. Yeah, there's a really fun genre of videos. I don't know if you guys have seen any of them, but building this is reminding me. Looping is required of a streamer. So basically, Rayla, I went to an aircraft hangar, and one of the hangars had some helicopters in it. And when they were talking about the helicopters, I was just standing there thinking, and like, you know, I was trying to pay attention, but I couldn't help but constantly get distracted thinking like, is this how big like a Gundam's foot would be? If this was a Gundam's foot, this hangar would need to be so much taller. So, yeah. Yeah, I was basically just sitting there thinking, like, how would this scale compared to, like, a mecha's foot? How much and just thinking about, like, scaling and everything. It's like, would a Gundam realistically be as tall as this hangar is currently, which means it would actually be a smaller foot? Or would it actually be this size? And then, like, trying to remember, like, okay, in the show, when they've showed stuff like vehicles, you know, compared to the size of a Gundam, what was the scale of that? And trying to remember and be like, maybe it might actually be bigger than this and all that stuff. And sadly, I only remember a little bit of the actual tour now because of that. Being an Air Force pilot, so I would say there are also Navy pilots. So Air Force or Navy pilot would be the closest. Gundams are like, yeah, it depends on when in the timeline. Dorito is the coolest thing. Pity we don't use the Blackbird anymore. Yeah. There are a lot of like kind of cool ships that we don't use anymore, but also, you know, stuff does just get outdated and needs to be replaced. Like, really, okay, here's the thing. Yeah, Navy gets the catapult launches, that's true. So here's the crazy thing about a lot of aircraft and why some aircraft don't get used anymore is it's actually because of obsolescence. So what obsolescence is it basically refers to, not the big FU cannon sniping boots and hills with pinpoint accuracy. So obsolescence is kind of crazy because some platforms just can't be used after a point. And if you don't know what obsolescence is basically, whenever I listen to an Australian speak, I often think to myself, Xeon did nothing wrong. I mean, if you're Australian, I feel like Xeon did kind of do something wrong. Like, if you're Australian, I feel like you're justified in having grievances against Xeon. Armored cores are confirmed 30 feet tall. Ah. Yeah, armored cores probably have feet smaller than a helicopter. But no, Rayla, I think if you're Australian, you're allowed to have grievances against the Principality. If you ignore all the colony drops, sure. Yeah, exactly. If you ignore the colony drop, sure, but there was a colony drop. So I feel like we kind of can't ignore that. That sounds like a them problem. Yeah, how dare you be in the way of that colony? You should have been out of the way, Australia. It's your fault for being in the way of the colony falling. Definitely wasn't a targeted strike on Australia or anything. Xian just hates Australia. Yeah, why do they hate Australia? That is a good question. What do they have? Everything else just followed under casualties of war. But yeah, so obsolescence is basically when you just can't get things anymore or repair things. And a lot of people are familiar with obsolescence nowadays from the concept of planned obsolescence. And Zabby family banned from the Sydney Opera House. So true, so true. Which is, you know, it must have thought the dangerous things in a So yeah, planned obsolescence is like you try to take into account that certain things are not going to be available anymore after a point. And it's slightly different from stuff that's designed to fail in a certain point, because that's also referred to as planned obsolescence, but it is slightly different conceptually. But a lot of platforms that are used in the military actually run into situations where either a new iteration has to be designed or they can no longer be maintained because of obsolescence. And in that case, that's just like maybe someone who makes the literal screwdrivers that hold the plane together. You can't get those screws anymore because there's like, you know, those screws may have been designed a certain way specifically for that air platform. So, or, you know, it's not always stuff like screwdrivers and hardware. It could be stuff like the onboard computer isn't made or supported anymore. Or that like the software that it uses is out of date and no longer being supported. So you have to find a whole new, or design and code whole new software to make the plane actually work. The sad story of your beloved F4 Tongue Hub. Yeah, so there's, depending on the platform, it really depends on if they decide there's still an operational need for that platform of, you know, do we attempt to update it or do we just replace it with something else? Military grade hardware done by the lowest bidder. Yeah, it really sucks because early on... All right, now we need more stickers. Which stickers go where? Oh, okay. Oh, the stickers go on the feetsies. What really sucks too is that with a lot of military contracts, especially when I was starting, I want to get the Meow model kit. Especially when I was starting out as a contractor. One of the first contracts I was on, actually, we didn't win the contract bid renewal, even though we were well liked by the clients, because another company came in with an extremely lowball offer. And then they came to the current staff and tried to get us to switch to their company. But like all the like salaries and stuff that they were offering were like almost insultingly way too low. Oh, Mew. Yeah, Mew would be a cute one as one of these kits. So it actually is kind of crazy because you can have a team that does really good work that you really like, but because someone comes in and lowballs it, you're forced to lose out on that. You lose that skill set, basically. Strategically transfer equipment to another location and let the buck pass. And then, yeah, it really sucks because like I did like that job, even though the location kind of sucked. But like, I straight up told them too, like the amount you're offering, I wouldn't be able to afford my rent, basically. And I wasn't even making particularly that much at the time either. And they wanted me to take like a almost 50% pay cut. And I was like, I wouldn't be able to afford rent or groceries with this amount. I can't accept that. And they're like, oh, well, we're not willing to work with you on this. I'm like, then I'm not switching to your company. Like, I don't know what you're expecting me to do then. Like, I can't take a job that isn't going to pay my bills, quite frankly. And it was just kind of wild that they were just like, yeah, we can't do anything. That is a good acronym. You know what? I didn't realize until you said it was an acronym. And then I looked and I'm like, ah, strategically transferred equipment to another location. I understand now. So are we? Oh, we are done with this runner. Okay. Oh, now we're doing the little ruffle. Yay. So 17 is going to go on the front. Okay. This is delightfully quick to build. They are right to call this line quick. This is pretty quick. This is actually kind of nice to just have a nice, refreshing, quick build. And then this one goes on the back. Okay. What's up? How's the crafting? It's going good. We're making progress. I learned that acronym from the Blood Ravens. So we're making some good progress on the Eevee Quick Kit. As you can see, he's coming together. And we can tell that this one is a male because of the pattern on the tail. So if you didn't know, there are certain Pokemon that you can actually distinguish between... Hi, Zango! You can actually distinguish between the genders of certain Pokemon because certain traits will be distinct. Like, it's actually interesting that some Pokemon, they actually well take into account things like sexual dimorphism. Yeah, it's a fun little Eevee kit. I'm enjoying it a lot. So not every Pokemon species has it, but a decent number of them do. It's actually pretty interesting. All right, and this all goes here. Ooh, good snap. After that, then we can... My favorite evolution is Sylveon. And then Tyranitar has a red or blue. Yeah, and then with Eevee, it's actually the tip of the tail. So for males, it's this kind of normal spiky pattern. And for females, it actually is like rounder and looks a bit like a flower. And I learned that when I was playing Let's Go Eevee. Because I was looking at it one day, I was like, did the tail always look like that on an Eevee? And then I looked it up and I was like, oh, that's like one of the little rare instances. Not rare, but like that's one of the instances of them giving traits to like distinguish. Yeah, some of them are really subtle. Wait, I didn't... Oh, really? Magikarp's whiskers are different colors? I didn't know that one. Like, there's a bunch and I don't know them all. Magikarp is either red or cream-colored whisker. Interesting. But yeah, it's really neat because some of them are, like, really subtle, like just the whisker color, and others are, like... I'm trying to remember which one it was now. I can't remember, but there's, like, a couple where it's much more distinct. Or, like, certain ones will always be female versus male. Like, Vespiquen will always be female. Yeah, because Pikachu, it's either the normal, like, rectangle tail or it looks like a little heart at the end. That's another one that's kind of gotten to be more well-known at this point. I think there was one of the fish-based ones also had something, but I can't remember for the life of me now. Okay, and then this looks like, yep, all right. Garchomp, it's the wing pattern. Oh. Stephanie? Look at it. Yeah, yeah, the tail is either lightning shaped or heart shaped, if I remember correctly. And with Eevee, it's either this shape or it looks like a little flower. And here's our little Eevee. That was actually... Yeah, I don't think any Pokemon in Gen 2 had it, but it was one of those things that, like, eventually they started doing it, and then they went back, and some of the older Pokemon, they added it to the older Pokemon, which I thought was really cool as a way to, like, update some of the older Pokemon, but not in a way that was, like, jarring. Oh, Wrestler's Pikachu was confirmed female because of the tail. Interesting. That's neat. Yeah, I wish I could remember off the top of my head which ones also had it. But yeah, I know Vespa Queens are always female because Vespa Queen and Combi are like based on real life beehives. So you can never have a male queen. That it fundamentally doesn't work that way. So you can't have a male Vespa Queen. Look at it, it's so cute. So next I think we'll go ahead and move to the paper theater kits. I'm gonna go ahead and do Kiki first. So I've never actually done something like this. I wonder if it's all cut out for me. Tools require utility knife, glue, and tweezers. Oh, I didn't grab my... Wait, no, I do have a... Okay, I do have tweezers, and I have... Well, I have a glue roller. I don't quite have a utility knife. But hopefully that won't be an issue. Hello, just a bald dude. Welcome in. Yeah, I try to do a Handcam craft stream once a week. First game I had was white, but my favorite was oh my god. I have such a soft spot in my heart for Heart Gold, Soul Silver, because Gen 2 was like where I first really kind of got into Pokemon. Oh, whoa, okay. Hi. Okay. Okay. So I played the original Gen 2, but like Heart Gold and Soul Silver was one of the few times where I played like a remake and felt like they did a lot of it right. Like I found out that there was some stuff that they could have changed that they didn't. Which when a friend pointed it out to me, I was like, you know what, that's fair. Like apparently a lot of the gym leaders don't use Gen 2 Pokemon when it would make sense for them to do so. Like not every gym leader has that problem, but a lot of them don't. But otherwise, like Soul Silver just did, Heart Gold and Soul Silver just did so much that I felt was just like really good for a remake, because it still felt like the game, but like they added so much like quality of life and whatnot to things, and like ball capsules and having your Pokemon walk with you and the Poke Walker. Oh, it was so good. Just really enjoyed it all around. And it kind of makes me sad that the other like remakes that they've done just kind of feel like they haven't matched that. Okay, this is new. Front. This is very interesting. I have no idea where I'm supposed to start with this. They just added Kanto. Yeah, I heard about that. Like they were just like, we still have space. What do we fill this with? Like, what if we just put Kanto back in? It's like, what? Let's make sure. I genuinely thought that. Here's the funny thing. When I saw Kanto in Gen 2, I genuinely thought that meant that every Pokemon game that came out, you would be able to go back to all the previous regions. So imagine my confusion when the next game came out and I found out you could not, in fact, go back to Johto and Kanto. I was like, what? So, what am I supposed to do here? Something just fell out. I hope I did. That wasn't something I needed. Okay. Still, yeah. It is the only game to still have more than one region. You're right. I don't understand what I'm supposed to be doing here, actually. Separate each part with a utility knife. The parts will be layered in order of the numbers of the upper left corner. Okay. The numbers in front, back on each part indicate the layers and sides we pasted. Glue and paste parts to 1 to 6. Okay. So I guess I'll start with 6? Where are my scissors? Here it is. What? So they actually had them. They did have. They had Spirited Away. They had Princess Mononoke. They did have Laputa Castle in the Sky. I don't recall seeing. I think they did have Nausicaa actually. But if I bought too many, I was already kind of full with my suitcase. Like my suitcase was already pretty full because we went to a Square Enix pop-up shop earlier that day, and me, being the genius that I am, bought 3 art books from the Square Enix pop-up shop. So, you know, I was carrying that around all day. So, okay, so 6, this is 6. So this is the back. So we'll set that aside. Next would be 5. That's this one. Yeah, like all my friends were like, do you want us to help you carry those? And I was just like, no, I should have thought about this. I've made my choice. I've made decisions. I will bear the consequences of my decisions. This is 5. These are all for... No, this... Okay, this is 5. And these are also 5. Front side, yes. Okay. So... got this. So this will go... here, like that? Yes, okay. Where is my... where did I put the glue? There it is. Okay. I saw a vid today about villains and Ghibli's right about having good ones. Yeah! Yeah, actually you're right. Might be better if I do it like this. Yeah, that is true actually. Ghibli does generally do pretty decent villains. Like, I don't know if I would say it's like... I don't know if every villain is always morally gray. I didn't do that right. I still take this off, or did it... no, it already set, more or less. Oof. I don't know if every villain is necessarily morally gray, but I feel like at the very least with Ghibli villains, you're always able to understand like their motivations. Yeah. I'm gonna try to speak about it generally as well. Like, I feel like with a lot of Ghibli villains though, you're always able to like understand their motivations or where they're coming from in a lot of cases. I think is how I would explain it. Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, in this case, that's true. Like, in this case, villain very much means more just literally someone who is opposed to the protagonist, right? Like... Yeah, you can understand them. Yubaba is a businesswoman and Mamibo, she cares for her employees and yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like I remember and this is the other interesting thing they do too, is that like sometimes the person you think is the villain in the end isn't the villain in a way. But it really is just very much a case of like, I feel like with a lot of Ghibli movies, it really does come down to being more, we say villain, but in reality, it's just someone who just happens to be in the way of the protagonist, right? Like Kiki's Delivery Service, let's be real, does not really have a villain because it's just not a story that needed a villain, you know? And that's fine. It works. Okay, this one went here. Well, that's not lined up right at all. There we go. I haven't seen The Boy and the Heron yet. There's actually a lot of the more recent Ghibli movies, I will admit, I've been pretty bad about getting around to seeing them. Because there was Boy and the Heron, Up on the Poppy Hill. Yeah, I heard Boy and the Heron was really good. Isn't that the one with Robert Pattinson in it? Isn't he in Boy and the Heron? I think he is. Okay, yeah, I did hear that correctly then. I'll tell you what though, I think one of the Ghibli movies that really got to me, and I think it got to a lot of people too, but Grave of the Fireflies, I did not go in the right expectations. It was definitely like the kind of thing where it's like, yeah. Grave of the Fireflies, for those who don't know, is it basically follows two kids in World War II Japan. And that's the general premise. But the ending is somber. Yeah, it really is. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's the kind of movie that you see it once and it stays with you. That's a good way to put it. Okay, so this one goes here like this. Oh, okay. So like, oh, like that. Okay. Like, yes, okay. It's kind of like that. Alrighty. Okay. Let's see, there we go. Okay. That takes care of all the blue for this piece. And there should be a red one with 5 front on it. Yes, here it is. 5 front, okay. Perfect. And that one will go here. Oh, like this. Okay. I see, I see. think, what were the other Ghibli movies I saw? It's really sad when you know how the author felt about it. Oh, actually, I've never heard how the author felt about it. I didn't know it was based on a book, actually. There we go. I know. Actually, there are a decent number of Ghibli films that are based on books, huh? Kiki was based on a book. Howl's Moving Castle was based on a book. Arrietty was based on a book. Yeah, a decent number of them are adapted from books now that I think about it. Okay. Oh, so you don't glue these together. Okay. Oh, all right. Oh. Oh, so these hold everything together. All right, all right, all right. So then this is... Apply glue to the joint roots of the joint parts and then assemble. Oh. He was still... Oh, so it was, he just straight up wrote an autobiography. Okay. Yikes. Wow. Okay. Damn, I didn't know that. Okay, so that takes care of 5 and 4. I mean, you know what though? I can't say I blame him. I would probably feel pretty much the same way if I had been in that situation. Semi-autobiography, damn. They also didn't, yeah, that's right. That's right, they did do that Lupin adaptation. We do need to hang on to this for now for the arm. All right, so... Wait a minute. This goes on the back? Okay. Okay. Yeah, Survivor's Guild is rough. I think there's a decent number of military veterans too who like not only do they deal with like really strong survivor's guilt, but in a lot of cases, or not PTSD, but also in some cases survivor's guilt. Wait, what? So this goes here, right? Front. Wait, hang on, I'm trying to figure out how this works. So this goes in. Oh, okay. So like that. I see, okay. Okay. And then this also goes on the back. Okay. This is so interesting because I've never done papercraft like this before. Oh, hi, the camera feed. I didn't realize that had frozen. Okay, let's fix that real quick. All right, let's get that back. There we go. We're back with that. Okay, so this needs to go... Okay. This is actually like a lot more precise than I thought it would need to be. Moving past the somber topic, you're getting dog walked by Vader? Like pet play dog walked? I'm sorry, you need to give me more clarification on what you mean by getting dog walked by Vader. I need you to clarify, please. Force Unleashed. Yeah, but like, dog walked by Vader. Okay. There we go. That lined up pretty nicely. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, that is supposed to stick out like that. Okay, we're good. He's kicking... Oh, okay, kicking your butt is what that means. Okay. I'm tracking now. That's what she meant by that. Where did the other mouthpiece go? Wait, where's the thing for her eyes? I popped it out, and now I don't know where it went. Did I lose Kiki's eyes? No! Kiki, where are you? Where did your eyes go, girl? Oh no! Kiki! Your eyes! What did I do with them? Oh, here they are. We're good. Vader in any boss battle, it's hard. You know, I can see that. And this goes in like that. Okay. And then there should be this thing. I can see that. You know, I get it though, because like, you probably always want to make, like, Vader is such a iconic / memorable part of the Star Wars franchise. I can see them always wanting to make sure that, like, he's a good fight. Okay. Yeah, all right. That's starting to come together. So that takes care of the stuff on the backside. Yeah, you know what? You never want to make your main goal a pushover. Yeah, especially when it's someone who just has like that kind of. It feels weird to say fandom love, but someone who's such a beloved like figure / character in your franchise, right? Okay. So next we need to do... Back doesn't go yet. Love the Jedi Survivor joke that the red bar for Vader isn't a health bar, it's his patience meter. That's actually pretty funny. It's a pretty good one, actually. Yeah, I like that. Like, even though I've never played the Star Wars games, like, I can appreciate that. Absolutely love that fight, yeah. Speaking of games, I didn't realize that Super Robot Wars Y was already out. Like, I didn't realize it was coming out so soon. But it's out now, so... Yeah, apparently it came out like a couple days ago, and I was like, wait, what? And if you go look on Steam, sure enough, it is now out. And available for playing. Yeah. It seems like not that long ago it was just getting announced. Then I need this one for her shoe. Yeah, it just, I was like, wait, it's out already? I thought it wasn't gonna come out until like later this year. And then nope, got the email from Steam like, oh, this game's available now. What? Her shoe goes there, and then we need her dress and GG. Or part of her dress, at least. Okay. So I will... I'm gonna hold off on it because I'm not in the mood for menu explosion. Oh, really? Is there a lot of menu bloat? I remember I did give one of the OG SRWs a try a while ago, but that was a much older game, so I don't know how it, like, how accurate it is compared to the more modern titles. In terms of, like, player experience? Okay, so this needs to go, like, this way. Yes, there we go. But yeah, so I might wait a bit before I get it. There's a lot that just kind of gets shoved in your face, and you get more freedom than you probably should at the start. At least I was... Ah, interesting. I'll probably wait a couple weeks to get it, just to see what people are saying, because sometimes when games come out, and I hate that this is true, but like a lot of games these days, let's be real, a lot of games these days when they come out, they tend to end up not exactly releasing in the best state or condition, and it generally takes like a couple updates or two. So I don't know, I just don't, unless it's something I'm really looking forward to, in the end, like these days I'm just kind of like, I'll wait. So I'll probably give it a couple weeks, wait until my next paycheck, and then go from there. Yeah, that's true. I never played the first Hollow Knight, though. So I am admittedly not on the Silksong hype train. But... So I am actually using a Kokio dot liner. It's actually a roll-on glue that's for journaling. It's not really a craft glue, and it's a permanent hold glue though. So once it dries down, it is supposed to have a pretty solid grip. But yeah, it's basically you can kind of see it there. That's the glue, and it's just a little. It basically just rolls adhesive on. It's actually working out pretty well so far, all things considered. Yeah, because that was the other thing too with Silksong, huh? It's kind of crazy though. They went from like no updates to all of a sudden it's like it's coming out in a couple weeks. My personal favorite though was like a lot of indie game devs were kind of like, hey, we're changing the release of our game now because we're all going to be busy playing Silksong. Which is just so honest. So honest of them. Okay, so the only thing left to attach now is a shoe, which I might have lost. Where did your shoe go, Kiki? What did I do with your shoe? Oh, there it is. It's so tiny. Your shoe is so tiny, Kiki. Yeah, it probably was better for my health. The nice thing about... when I think about it... oh, so it depends on the story and the character, to be honest. Like, my barbarian that I was telling you guys about, I definitely see her in more like the type moon style. Like, especially like the melty blood style. And I don't know why that's how I envision her, but it is. But like, I've had another character where the way I envisioned her was more like the style from one of the Umineko mangas. So it really varies depending on the character, to be honest. It's never consistent, though. Alright, so now we're going to finish the broom. So cute how it's coming together. Then we need her bow and her radio. This time we'll pull out the radio. Shit, almost ripped it. There we go. Bear in a style like Dungeon Mesh. Oh, that's a good one. Dungeon Meshi's a good style to borrow from. Alright, so that's her radio. And then we need to do her bow. Just hit Vader with an aerial combo? Are you air juggling him? What? Well, that was actually such a funny joke from the Uma Musume community. Is there's one character. So on the loading screens, you get random trivia about some of the horse girls. Almost at the spot. Should I go dark side or... well, you have a black lightsaber light. I feel like you're pretty much dark side. Team Cherry is also painting like a giant kick me sign on their back because they said they have had the game done for a year, but have spent that year to polish out. Oh. Yeah, if you say something like that, you're definitely like saying the game's gonna be polished. If it's not polished, they're gonna be in trouble. Alright, so we got all that. Next we need to do her dress. Ah, okay. Yeah, it sounds like you air juggled him for a bit. Nice. It's so funny, but yeah, so there's a character that in Uma Musume, there's random trivia you get on the loading screens. And the trivia for her is, did you know she can juggle forever? So some people took that to mean juggle as in like fighting game juggle. So someone just like responded to that like, Damn, she knows how to hit the infinite. And I got a good chuckle out of that. So it's like, ah, I understand that. I remember right, the canon ending for Force Unleashed 1 is the light, but the Loop DLC considers the dark ending canon. Interesting. That's always so fascinating to me as like a game writing thing, where like when people do like the different ending paths, and then, you know, there's always that debate of like, what is the canon ending? And then you have like sequels or DLCs that will strongly imply one over the other. Okay. Heck and stop shenanigans. Yeah. Okay. Sometimes you get to choose your canon ending, but it's your... Yeah. I always respect games where, they do the thing where, like, if it's a series or something, they'll, like, basically take previous save data into consideration. And I think it's always neat when companies or like, game devs do that. And they manage to like keep it consistent based on your run, basically. I think that's really fun. But yeah, I know Nier's an example of like, technically the game has multiple endings, but there is a strongly implied canon ending. Okay. But I think that takes care of... So this is assembled now, which means now we can take out this. Dragon Age Inquisition. Oh, okay, so Knights of the Old Republic 2 did that, and it changes some stuff depending on... Yeah, KOTOR is one of those games that, like, a lot of people... Everyone I know who's played KOTOR always speaks pretty highly of KOTOR. Wait, Dragon Age Inquisition wouldn't let you import anything unless you had the EA account? That's so dumb. Were EA accounts even a thing when the original Dragon Age games came out? What the heck? Mass Effect. Oh, yeah, that's true. Mass Effect does do that, huh? This is the... That's neat that they made that carry over across a whole trilogy. Poor Obsidian had 14 months. Damn, that's rough. Okay, then pull that out. That. It's more dependent on what you tell. Yeah, because Nier, I know that even though it technically has 4 endings in the base game, 5 in the remake, technically one is implied to be like the proper ending. Okay, so do that. And this goes in here. Fallout Vegas does the same deal, had no time, didn't... Wow. That is kind of impressive, though. When they don't have the time but still manage to turn out something amazing. Okay. Oh shit, wrong order, wrong order. Wrong order! Okay. That is the correct order. Alright. So now it's just a matter of getting all these pieces on. Don't get you started on Inquisition, the main villain being a deal. Wait, what? Okay, I'm gonna be honest. If you're gonna have a sequel to something, you're gonna have continuity, you should not be basing it on DLC that not everyone may have played. I don't know if that's like a strong me opinion, but that just doesn't feel like a well thought out decision, quite frankly. Okay, and then this goes here. You can go in further. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. This may not be going to plan. This may not be going to plan. Okay, okay. No, this is fine. We can make this work still. There we go. Okay. Okay. No, this is... No! Hey, you need to stay. You can stay there. You can stay put. Stay put. There you go. There you go. Staying put. Staying put. See, this is fine. This is fine. I can make this work still. S... Where does this S go? Joint? S? Okay. This faces the front? Okay, okay, okay. Okay. S goes here. Oh god, oh god. And then this goes, no, 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 not there. Okay. There we go. Stay, no, stay, you need to stay put. Stay put, buddy. There you go. Okay. Okay. Now we need the next S. What? You go on a thing and I'm relying on you to help me hold all this together. Don't worry about it. You're doing great, okay? I put the glue on the wrong side. That's the wrong. Okay, okay, okay. 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 This is fine. This is fine. We're making it work. We're making this work. Okay. Okay. Confused, screaming, and staying still in an uncomfortable position. Joint? What? Oh! There's another one. Okay. What jinx... Did I jinx you with the backwards comment? Sort of? Maybe? I don't know. Did you? I don't think you did. I hope you didn't. Okay. This is holding much more stable now that I have more of the joints in. This is fine. We're making this work. We're making this work. Everything is under control and we are building and putting things together as they are intended to go. I think. Maybe. I hope. That's not lined up. No wonder. Okay. Okay. Oh, these weren't fully, like, slotted in properly. Okay, that also explains a bit about why some of these aren't staying in place. Oh, they go like that. Oh. Okay. Then I think I probably shouldn't put this bottom one on just yet. Okay. Let's save these bottom ones then. Okay then. All right. Well, I'm trying to build it from the back to the front because that's what makes the most sense to me to do for putting this thing together. So, I had my reasons for doing it that way, you know? I wasn't just building backwards out of nowhere. I had a logic, reason for it. There we go. Okay. All right. So this is the next one that goes in. Like that. Did I put something on the wrong slot again? Did something miss a slot? Wait a minute. This doesn't seem right. One more. Yeah, this one. You go into this slot, right? Wait, what? Here, and here. Interesting. What? Oh, okay, I think I get it now. In the words of Robot Chicken Emperor, I'm gonna say this asthmatic jackass. Okay, and then these go in like that. This slides in like that. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay. All right. So those are incorrectly. And then this goes into that. This goes into here. I put it in upside down. That's not correct. Put it in upside down. And backwards. You did not jinx me. This is my first time building something like this. It's not surprising I'm struggling. Listen, listen. You jinxed yourself on this one. You jinxed yourself, John. You spoke it and manifested this. I'm not saying you jinxed me. I'm just saying you manifested this. You're the one who spoke it. You're the one who said, I'm waiting for incoherent yells of John, you jinxed me. And then these all go like this. Okay, yeah, yep, okay. That slid in nice. Hello, Jet Pinky, welcome in. We are finishing up a Studio Ghibli paper theater kit, which this is not in the joint correctly. There we go. Need that hamster wheel emote. Gonna just tempt fate here and say, hey, it can't get any worse, huh? I'm glad I knew you meant tempt. I'm glad I knew you meant tempt with that one. Okay, and now we just need to put one more. How was your evening going, Pinky? All right, we're gonna do this. Help stuff stick. Then this should just go this way. Everything should line up nice and neat now. Just gotta make sure it all slides in. And there we have it! Our first little paper theater. Aw, look at her, it's Kiki! It's going good! I've never built paper theaters before, so this is actually really charming. I love that it's like a pseudo shadow box. And I put the layers in correctly, so that's always good. I know. I have such a soft spot in my heart for Kiki. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I was worried about getting stuff lined up properly, but I think it worked out it all turned out pretty well. Very pleased with that. Yeah. Yeah, that looks like it more or less turned out correct. Yay. All these joints are supposed to go in a bit further and not stick out the sides like that. Oh. Okay. So these can... There we go. Now that's more accurate to how it's supposed to look. All right, so let's put away... So this one was supposed to be... According to this is 2-star on the difficulty, so one of the lower difficulty ones. Which, now I'm gonna wonder, what is the Howl one supposed to be? Just gonna get everything put away real quick, or at least the leftover pieces put away so that they can be appropriately disposed of at a later time and date. Actually, I might go ahead and build the remnant next before jumping to Howl. Ooh, Howl's supposed to be a little more complicated. 3.5. Okay. All right. Okay. We'll set that aside and grab our remnant from now. So it might be a little more complicated to build because they're kind of difficult to hold in a way that you guys will be able to see well on camera. Because there's some parts that once you put them together, they're not gonna... Going from high grade to master grade to Verka, yeah. I don't think these... Did this come with instructions at all? I don't think it did. Okay, I'm just winging it with this one then. Alrighty then. Winging it we go. So we have a roof, and it looks like we have a floor. Come on, get out of the packaging. You can do it, get out of the packaging, buddy. There we go. And we have some walls. You eyeball it, that's the difficulty. I mean, to be fair, most remints are pretty straightforward in how you're supposed to assemble them. This is definitely one of the more instruction involved ones I have seen. So, okay, this is definitely supposed to be the back. Which wall goes where? Okay, so this definitely goes like this. All right. Is there any hint on... I guess it's supposed to go like that? Oh! Oh! Okay. I guess it does go like that. This goes like this. Are you gonna... Okay, so that did slot in. And then I guess this slots in behind here, like that, to make the walls. Okay, that looks right. Yeah! Actually, there was a... When at the store where I bought the paper theater kits, they actually had like a little papercraft Gundam thing, and I thought about it. I actually thought about getting it, but I decided not to, because in the end, I didn't like how bulky it looked, and it also cost like $50. And it was basically just like layers of cardboard that you put together to make a new Gundam. They also had the Strike Gundam. Yeah, this is fun because I've always wanted to do some of these, like... Can we just talk about the legendary Risen vibe check Hal had? Walks and flirts, takes the girl on an air-stepping walk, leaves without elaborating. Vibes when an old lady turns up and goes, oh, I guess you work free now, cool. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, like... I've actually never watched Hal with the original Japanese dub because... To me, Christian Bale did such a good job as Hal. And also Calcer, like the English performance in Howl's Moving Castle is just insanely solid to me as a performance. Yeah, like Christian Bale, like absolutely, like I know there was a period where like a lot of people were kind of like, you know, worried and nervous because there was definitely a point in time with animated movies where you could tell they were prioritizing star power over like the performances. I just broke agreement, I think. Like you could tell that like star power was the goal and not the actual performances. But like Ghibli movies in general have always been pretty good about the performances. But oh, that so that wasn't supposed to happen. Okay. All right. Okay. Well. So. We'll have to do a bit of repair work, I suppose. But yeah, I had to do it like this because there's no actual spot for these things to attach to. But yeah, you would sit the lit wicks on the table and then put the table in the thing. But I can't show that because then it just falls. So we'll do this. Oh, the table fell. That's just how that's gonna have to stay for now. We'll worry about cementing that later. But yes, so Christian Bale, incredible job as Hal. Billy Crystal, also incredible job as Calcifer. I still think about "May all your bacon burn" quite often because it's such an incredible line delivery. Just gonna put it, yeah, we're just gonna put a "to be continued" on that one. That wasn't supposed to happen that way. They're floating. It's thematic for ghost Pokemon. Correct. All right. Now then. Let's figure this out. These are actually surprisingly fun. Like, I was actually really worried that because these are kind of precise that it would be difficult or I would like mess it up. But honestly, any scene with Ghibli food, I feel like is prone to just making you hungry. If there is one thing that company does, it is lovingly animate food. And that is a fact. Let's see. Christian is dedicated. Yeah, I do. Oh, yeah. Wait, Scuff? Is there Scuff? Oh, no, there's Scuff. Ah, bugger all this for a lark. Oh, that's showing. That's weird. Weird. The bitrate looks like it's good, but no, it's green now. Am I back? That's weird. The number was good, but it definitely, the bar definitely dropped colors. That was odd. Okay. So where should we? Okay, so I'm gonna start with 6. I do like building it from the back up, I will say. I know I'm probably not supposed to, but I do like building it this way, to be honest. Okay, so this one goes, yes, this goes like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay. So we'll use the S for this then. This goes this way. Okay. Alright. First we saw if this was Empire mini flight jacket. Ah! Yeah, like, I definitely agree with your point that professional may not always be the right word for him, but as far as I know, in every movie he's been in, he has generally turned out solid performances. Like, that is my, at least like every movie I know of him being in, it's, the performance has always been fairly solid. Okay. But yeah, I just remember the first time I heard him as Hal, and like, I was just like, that's Hal. I don't know how anyone else can ever be Hal. I wonder, American Psycho is one of those movies where it's like, I know of it, but I've never actually seen it. Okay. Oh, 5's a little complicated, huh? Okay. It's like American Psycho is one of those things where it's like there's scenes of it that I've seen, and then I've just never actually watched the whole thing. So this all comes out. Ah, okay. I see. Which means there should be a city somewhere. Yes, here. This goes on the front for 5. Okay. All right. That'll go like that. Okay. Do I need to put anything else in there first? There's a yellow and a small building area that will go in here. Okay. Was Equilibrium the gun kata movie? That was Equilibrium, right? He did all the crazy gun kata stuff. Okay. It was. Okay. I am remembering these movies correctly then. Good for me. Woohoo! Okay. Where are my tweezers? Okay. Then this... basically... up. There we go. Okay. Okay, that's that layer done. Okay. Then we need to do this small piece here. Looks like that. Just get dropped in there basically. Okay. And then there's that small, this small blue piece. She'll pull that out. Then, ooh. It'll look a little messy. Okay, yeah, that bit looks a little messy, but it will work. That will work. Okay. We got that bit. Next is... okay. So we have... these bits, which I have backwards. Yes, he is so much fun. Yeah, I actually am enjoying this a surprising amount. I've always wanted to do some of these more, like, paper craft kits, basically. So, I'm actually having a lot of fun doing this. There's another thing I want to build. It's, oh, okay. It's like these little, like, oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Uh-oh. 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 Okay. This could be going better. Okay. Okay. All right. This could be going better. Okay. Okay. This is fine. We can make this work. I can make this work. I have grown as a crafts bear. I can figure this out. I can improvise, adapt, and overcome. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh no, this is getting worse. Okay. 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 You go that way, and then you do this. You do that. And then you go here. You need to go where I need you to go. There you go. You go there. He had a super small role in Shakespeare's Harry V. Oh. You know, there's actually quite a few actors, at least from like the British acting scene especially, who a lot of them actually started out in theater doing Shakespeare. If I remember correctly. Okay. All right. I think we saved it with that one. Hopefully. Maybe. I think we're okay. This is actually gonna go... Okay. So that goes here. Like that. Okay, we can do that. Which actually, speaking of theater actors, I saw some people commenting recently that like a lot of the really good like voice acting performances, especially in video games, have been coming from people who were trained as theater actors, and like people have like started noticing. I think one of the big examples is like Stuart Clark, for example. He was Dion in Final Fantasy 16 and Stroll in Metaphor Refantasio. Like really solid performances. Like I am definitely a fan of his after those performances because I definitely enjoyed those. But I think Xenoblade Chronicles 2 had basically folks who were basically had like theater background first, and they ended up doing like really strong performances. Yeah, a fair amount of voice actors. Roger recording Macbeth, I had Gandalf, Palpatine, and I forget who else. Yeah, because I think Christopher Lee too was also someone who started in theater. Hello, Miss Raven. Hello. Welcome in. Hello, my name is Ursa Marida. I am a night sky loving after hours hobby bear and girl fair extraordinaire, and depending on the game, sometimes a coupon gremlin. Welcome in. What were you working on? Were you crocheting? Welcome in, everyone. Feel free to take it easy, lurk, get up, stretch, get a drink if you have to. I know after a stream it can be very exhausting, but yes, welcome in. We are making crochet. Oh, you made a turtle! That sounds adorable. So we are making a Ghibli paper theater kit. We finished the Kiki's Delivery Service one earlier, and this one is going to be the airwalk scene from Howl's Moving Castle. So yes, it's quite fun. Oh, thank you for the follow. So I'm gonna set this aside. Let me grab the packaging. So this is what Inks, thank you also for the follow. So this is what one is going to look like once we put it all together. So I'm quite excited for it. I've always wanted to build... I was just telling everyone that I've wanted to build these paper craft style kits for a while, and yes, right? It looks so cute. So I'm actually really happy I'm finally like I finally found like some kits to build and whatnot. I remember seeing these a while ago, and but the price was kind of high at the time, so I didn't really get it. All right. Yeah, no. Yes, please do your after stream carrot. Thank you so much again for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Yes, I am very much enjoying this. Definitely enough that I feel like I'm definitely going to want to build some more of these in the future for sure. I don't know if they'll be the Ghibli ones specifically, but definitely more of these paper craft type kits. That goes there. Oh, I should have put that other piece on first. Damn. Okay. Oh, yeah, I really should have put that other piece on first. Ooh. Misread the instructions there. My bad. Yeah, so normally, I build model kits. Predominantly... Oh, no, okay. Ooh, I shouldn't have cured yet. Predominantly, Gundam kits. But this week I wanted to do something a little different. And it has been very delightful so far. It's a bit of a now for something a bit different. Not quite completely different, but a bit different. All things considered. Okay. So that one goes... Yes, okay, you go here. There we go. And then this next one goes here. There we go. Ah, these things are so simple, but so effective with how well they make use of the, like, layering. I think that's what's really making these kits so enjoyable, is that, like, you see how it all comes together once everything layers, and it just feels really delightful to see it all come together. Okay, and that should be everything for step 5. All right. So then, now we're going to slide this in with all the joints. Okay. All right. That goes there with these two. Boom. Oh, that's not wanting to hold. It's okay, we'll figure it out eventually. You go there, you go there, we go. All right, that's 2 that are in. I just gotta get these 2 joints back in. There we go. Oh, these really aren't staying, huh? Thought these would hold a little better, but I guess not. I was hoping I wouldn't need to glue these right away. They're not staying in place like I hoped they would. There we go. That's a little better. Okay. So next then will be step 4. Ooh, we're making Howl on this one. Okay. All right, Mr. Howl, let's get you put together. Oh, this should be fun. Okay, so you go this way, and then your cloak goes on the back like, ooh, like this, huh? Okay. So that goes on the back side like that. All right. Okay. That lines up here with his arm. This all lines up here with the back. Okay. Right? All right, so the first step is we need to take, not this one. Ooh, okay, this one. So first we need to put his shirt on. We need to dress Mr. Howl. Okay, yes, all right. Go. All right. Next there will be, oh, that's tiny. Okay. We'll do that first. And then pull this out. That just slides in here. Excellent. And then there should be, not this one. Is this it? Front. Yes, this piece. Which will go there like that. And then the front of his hair. Okay. So all of this will come together like that. Okay, all right. I think I see how I want to tackle this then. We will just do that. Very professional. Very well done. I know. Just put in there. Boom. Then you just slide in there like that. Scoot you over a bit. Boom. Okay. That's coming together. All right. Now that's done. So next we need his shirt and his skin. That sounds like a weird thing to say. I need his skin now. Let me just grab his skin real quick. Totally sensible comment to make in and out of context. Okay. Where is your skin, Mr. Howl? Totally not creepy at all, right? Definitely not a strange sentence to utter. The only other time I've ever said something about someone's skin or something's skin is when I was at Build-A-Bear. I was talking about Build-A-Bear with someone. And we were talking about one of them, and they were just like, I need to order their skin. Okay, real quick, I'm gonna take a drink of water. Ah, there we go. Very, very important to hydrate, especially in these warm months. Next, we want to get him his hair. Oh, this is already looking so cute. Now comes part of his jacket. This is looking so cute. Oh, I'm so happy with this. This is making me very happy. Like this fits together. There's some Evangelion paper theater kits. Ooh, I definitely need to look into more of these. Cause like the way these fit together is honestly really satisfying. Like I'm actually surprised at how satisfying it is to put these together. So for that yellow one, we'll just that on there. And this looks like it goes, yes, just like that. Okay. So then, okay, so we are actually almost done with Hal. Just a few more pieces. Okay. Just very carefully pull out the part with this pattern on it. Okay, so that's all used up. This will go... Ah, okay. Over like that, huh? Okay. Do this. Just gotta align stuff. That align. There we go. Okay. Okay, that's aligned now, as it should be. Excellent. Which means this one goes... like this way. Yes, okay. We'll that. Then that one's up there with these. Okay. It's starting to look like him. Would you look at that? Okay, so next is... Okay, so this part of the sleeve. Goes here. Alright, there we go. That goes here. There we go. Okay. Then... this bit, which is very tiny. I don't know how I'm gonna secure this. Did I get anything on? No, it didn't. I don't know if this one is gonna stick. It might be too tiny to stick. I don't think I managed to get any adhesive on that. No, I didn't. Okay. Alright. How do I do this? This piece is so tiny. That maybe? Hopefully that got some on there. I think so. Okay, and then... Boom. Okay, yes, good. We got it. It's sticking. There we go. Okay, so that should be it for step 4. Okay. These joints are just not cooperating the way I hoped they would. So next is going to be 3, which is Sophie! Oh, we're making Sophie now! Yay! Oh, Sophie. Alright, you. Okay. So she goes this way. So first we need... What is this? Oh, okay, you come later. But you're already coming out of the thing. So let me take this out. Oh, okay. First we have this bit with her shoes and everything. And her braid. Alright, so this is gonna go like that. Okay. And then... Okay, this... Hello, Inks! You still there? We're making Sophie now! The Sophie layer. A little bit goes here to make her mouth, or to help make her mouth at least. Now then. Alright. Okay. This hat bit will go on next. Oh, not yet, not yet. Not yet with that hat. Okay. No, there's another piece that needs to go there first. Not this. Not finding any paper theater kits for City Hunter. Yeah. That is an older one. I can see how that's not quite a priority for them. Actually, I do wonder, like, how many different series actually have paper theater kits for them. Good, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. Man, drawing's one of those things that I keep telling myself I need to sit down and practice, but it's always just that struggle of actually finding the time to do it. That makes it a little bit of a stinker. But I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. Nice, the blue goes. Go here like that. This last bit is the bow. Honestly, one of these days I need to just read the original Howl's Moving Castle novel, because I know there's going to be differences between the film and the movie. However, I feel like I would still end up enjoying the story regardless of the differences. I should probably get an actual utility knife and some proper glue if I'm gonna build more of these in the future, though. Naruto, Yu-Gi-Oh, Spike, Sumi Drive. Wow, okay. That is a much bigger lineup than I thought, surprisingly. Next we put on this bit. Coco. Okay, like that. I guess it's not too surprising that Spy X Family has one, given how popular it's been in general. Okay. Next will come the dress. That makes sense. Okay, then we take this piece. Oh, okay, that's Hal's arm. I was like, why is that white bit sticking out around the side? It's not her arm. Wait, there's Sanrio? Ooh, if there's Sanrio. I do like me some Sanrio. And then this one comes here. I didn't quite glue down as much as I need to. There we go. Okay. That takes care of dress and her arm. Need to do the front of... Oh wait, no. Before I do that, there should be a hat. Here it is, hat. Her hat. Yes, okay. Her hat. Very, very crucial component. That might... Oh, so the lo-fi today has a train ambience to it. So you might be hearing the train. If Scrimbo was... I'll be honest, if Scrimbo was next to the mic, I think I would be struggling a bit with building things right now. But yes, it's a train background sound effect. Because the thing I use for the music, they put out a new DLC today, or not today, but a couple days ago, and it's a train themed DLC. That might be what you're hearing. Scrimble is looking very sleepy and very cute right now. Yeah. Okay, so that finishes that, and then here in the back, this is all used up. All right, this thing. Oh, okay. So I actually need to build this up first. Okay. So first, before I attach this, I actually need to this. Come on, you. Come on. Then that together like that. And then grab her other sleeve. Her sleeve. And then there is a small white piece I need to put for the cuff of... Won't be doing Gunpla again next Friday. Yeah. That's good. You'll have time for some customizing stuff. We'll probably be back to Gunpla over here next week, all things considered. This goes here. There we go. Then this will go... Okay. That goes like that. Got it. Oh, okay, that's what that line's for. Gotcha. Okay, that's lined up. Yes, there she is! Ah! And then you go here. Oh. I guess we're gonna stop worrying about the joints. Oh, wait. Here we go. There we go. Put this all... Oh, look at this. It's starting to come together so cute now. Which means now we can take this out. Because this is going to be the next layer. Oh, this is so cute to see it come together. This comes in like that. And the next layer will be this lovely little cover plate. Okay. Oh, I can't wait to put these on display. This is gonna be so cute. Alright. So this one, I don't think I need to do anything backwards. It's just a matter of doing it in the right order. Okay. That goes there. This goes here. And there's a small white dot I need. Come on out. I think the only thing I would definitely do differently for these is just get a utility knife. I've been meaning to get one. I used to have one, but it just keeps slipping my mind. But I do want to build more of these, for sure. This will go there like that. This will go like that. And then It's gonna be a little fussier to line up. But... oh, wait. Oh, hold up. That's not the right order at all. Hold up. Wait, what? That one goes there. Oh, the pink one goes second here. Okay. That's... okay. And this one will go here. And then for these... these will go on top there. That's a little confusing. Huh. I wonder why that is. No, that's definitely how it's supposed to go. Okay. Well. Let's get everything, work on getting things glued down, I guess. So this needs to go here. Zoom this in a bit more. Oh, no, that's all the zoom I get. Okay. There we go. And then we need to... this goes this way. And then we can just drop in this piece. Perfect. Yes, there we go. All right. Yeah, have fun at class. Thanks again for stopping by, Cloud Force. I'll see you again next time. All right. This is where it gets a little more finicky with this bit. All right, so here... that. And then I want pink on top here. Blue stays there. And then for here, pink goes second. Then these blue ones go third. This needs to go like this way. Yes, that way. Okay. Oof. All right. That takes care of all, well, most of the gluing. Now we can get all these out of the way. It's gonna look so cute when it's all put together. Which means now we can work on assembly. So then, let's see if this helps at all. Okay, that's 6. This is 5. Four is how goes here. Then Sophie. That doesn't seem right. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, I missed. Okay, I did do it wrong. Third one. No, here. Yeah, Hal just goes there. Sophie goes here. And then the white one goes like this. Okay, that's one joint in. Now then, the next one. Promptly get this thing adhesive side down. And backwards. It's not what we want. We can do this. We can do this little guy. Don't stick to my fingers, buddy. Alright. Almost. There you go. There you go. There you go. What happened there? Why is that not correct? Oh, Lord. No, okay, listen, Sophie, I know Hal's your love interest, but you gotta stay in the right slot, girl. Girl, you gotta stay in your assigned slot. It's weird, I thought I slipped these into place. Why are they not staying? Oh, come on, guys. Don't be like this. This is the hardest part, I'm gonna be honest. Trying to get this thing properly jointed. I didn't think this part would be the hard part. The final assembly. Okay. There we go. Got your 2 Cheetos, beating hard. Ooh! Sneaky even with the help upgrades. Damn, but you did it though. Good on you. Okay, I can do this. I can do this. Did it before, I can do it again. Okay. One more joint. Now we gotta put in saber throw. No. Oh wait, you're talking about Star Wars. I was like, there's no saber throw involved in this. What are you talking about? And then I realized. Maybe this isn't the right way to do it. Maybe I need to do it differently. This isn't the right approach. Maybe this is the approach I need. It's to start with the actual corner joint. goes this way, and M goes here on this corner. Lightning, lightning shield, grapple, aerial, jackal, and repulse. Oh. Okay. And next comes the pink. This corner. Okay. That feels secure this time. Okay. 2 corners in. Now, I'll grab this joint. Attempt to use that to additionally secure. Okay. Then no, you need to just stay. There you go. See, you can do it. You can do it. I knew you could do it. Where did I put the other 2 joints? Here we go. And jumping on your first spot. Ah. So what ending did you end up going with? Did you end up doing dark side or light side? That's what I want to know. Okay. Okay. So far, this seems to be holding a bit better. Dark. Ah, made me feel as icky and sad as it always does. Ah, wait, I put the wrong one in. Keep forgetting it's not Hell Next, it's the clouds. No, wait, it is Hell Next. Joint isn't doing what I hoped it would. Okay. Oof. This one's harder to put together for some reason on the last step. I don't know why. It's weird because like I can definitely tell it's sliding in the way it's supposed to. But for whatever reason it won't actually hold in place like I need it to. This. Nope, that already went out of alignment. There we go. Go. There you go, just like that. This comes down there. You together like that. Dang it. I'm constantly getting so close to getting it. L, wait. Oh. That might be part of the problem then. This isn't the one that goes there. Okay, we may have figured out part of the problem here. I didn't realize they were different sizes. Oh boy. That might explain a bit. Okay. Okay. Now then. All right. This part is now theoretically assembled. Next we add the town. Hello, Scrimblow. I know, it's getting a little late. I'll be done soon. This seems to be going a little more smoothly now. Okay, these are now in the correct spots. Next comes Owl. Okay. Okay. Then. Okay. Alright, so far so good. Now we add Sophie. Oh, let's stay. No. You need to go back to where you were. There you go. Okay, that's back to where it needs to be. Ooh. Fixable. This is all fixable. Yes, okay. Almost. There, okay. Shift it a bit. Oh, there you go. Okay. Ooh, okay. That's fine, that's fine. This is all fixable. There we go. Okay. See? This is fine. No, it's not fine. Everything keeps shifting on me. Don't do that. Don't do that, please. Can't you just stay in place, please? How on earth did I do this on the last one? Questioning everything about my ability to do this now. No. Not quite. Bless you. Sorry, Scrimble sneezed. Okay, now that's in. And then the other one. Oh, did you hear her sneeze? She did move a little closer, so you might have heard her sneeze. Okay. All right. Now we're making some progress, I think. Okay. No, 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 no. It's not what I needed you to do. Oh. No, not there. Yes, there you go. There you go. Yes. There we go. There we go. Yes, just like that. Yeah, not quite. Almost. There you go. Yes, okay. Yes, that's right. Slide in just like that. Nice and... Yes, just like that. There you go. That's a good paper theater. That's a good paper theater. Okay. All right. Okay. Now we can add this in. One by one. Easy does it. Yes, okay. You go in there. Hold that all together. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay. Somehow we figured out how to do it. Okay. All right. All right. There we go. Okay. Yes. Okay. Finally. It's all coming together. I know, Scrimblow, but not yet. I know. But I need my hands right now, Scrimblow. Then this one goes here. Just like that. Oh, okay. This should be the last bit. I know, Scrimblow, not yet. Not yet, Scrimblow. And you go in. Yes, okay. Good. Scrimblow, no, go lie down. Go lie down, Scrimblow. She really is doing the whole like, sis, are you done yet? I'm tired, sis. I've been waiting for you all night, sis. This one did misalign a little bit. Let me just nudge forward. Go. Then you... There we go. Okay, that one's in correctly now. Then... one more and we will... It's done. I did it. It's done! Look at how cute it came out! Oh my gosh. Look at them. Oh my god, I'm so happy I picked these up. Like, the fact that they're like little pseudo 3D shadow boxes is also just such a nice touch. Oh, I'm so happy with these. I can't wait to put these on display. They're gonna be so lovely on the shelf. Oh, all right. Shrimp check for everyone. Including you, Scrimblow. Do a shrimp check for me. But gosh, yeah. That was a lot of fun. I think definitely in the future, I will probably pick up some more of these and just do these every now and then. Very enjoyable. That said, let's go ahead. Oh, I can't go there because that would be a spoiler for me. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and send this off to Tofi. I haven't seen them stream in a while. So if you guys don't recall, Tofi is the one who actually did my start and end music. So I know, Scrimblow. I'm almost done. Yeah, definitely needed that shrimp check. But yeah, so I'm gonna get it sent over. Don't know if I'll have Super Robot Wars in time for next week, but yeah. Hang on, let me get the raid message up for you guys. There we go. But yeah, you guys have a good one. Have a good weekend. Take care of yourselves. And I will see you next week. Ta-ta. Where's my button? There it is.